Okay, so it's me again. Talking to you about week 1, 2016/17 NFL football season. So let's just finish up the rest of the games that were played on this today, Sunday. And we got Seattle, Miami at Seattle. Okay, so we got Miami at Seattle. Line opened up at 10. This is the biggest one, 10 and a half, 10 and a half. It stayed at 10, 10 and a half. Score being 10-12. Seattle does win, but they were at home. Over under was 44. So basically, it kind of tells me Seattle is not the Seattle that we think they are. It tells me that Miami is a contender. Well, maybe it's sort of to say, but they are certainly not a team to be looked at. You know what? I was taking a look here, and I didn't make a mistake here. Minnesota played Tennessee, so it was not Miami. I'm just looking at this in the dark, and yeah, just some notes on that game. Minnesota. I remember that game. I was watching it. Minnesota did score defensive touchdowns on a few occasions. Minnesota did not look strong. The defense did. Um, Tennessee 16 points, Minnesota 25 points. If it wasn't for that, Mariota's a good guy. He looks like he's doing a decent team, a decent amount with that team. Minnesota just dominated defensively, and that's all I can say about that. And I did confuse that with Miami, so we kind of kind of messed up on that a little bit. But these reports should get better as you get along with the season and along with my knowledge, and see what happens from there. Okay, so we covered Miami and Seattle, right? Seattle, very disappointing win, I guess you can say it, because they won by only 2 points and they were favored. Biggest line in the whole NFL, and they win by two, barely escaping. At home, Miami's traveling from basically the East Coast all the way to the end of the earth. And they basically barely get away from a Miami team, which you should have destroyed on paper, but it didn't happen. Um, Seattle supposed to be a very strong team. It doesn't look like they're very strong to me at all. But that's basically the biggest takeaway that I got from that game. That was the one of the afternoon games. I think it was the first one to be shown. Um, Not looking very good for Seattle, in my opinion, as of now. New York Giants at Dallas, great game. 20-19 was the final with the New York Giants escaping, barely winning by 1 point. The line opened up as a pick'em. By the end, it was the Giants by one, so this was actually a push game. I mean, it was right on the money. Along with the over under of being what 47, so it did go stayed under. But Dallas and the Giants. Okay, the Giants. Well, I mean, I don't know, for some reason or another, they're just not looking that well this season, or this last season, or this season, or the last season as well. Dallas, they have Romo, the biggest piece, gone, pretty much, probably for the season, maybe retirement. Just people talking about that. But Dallas just they lost, and they were expected to lose in Vegas, but they did all right. I mean, they lost. Tough game at home. Okay, maybe that was something to do with it. But I just want to say, I mean, it's a rookie quarterback. I mean, the only the only place to go from here for them is up. And losing to a Giants team by one, it's not a bad loss. Basically, is what I can gather from what I saw this game. Indianapolis versus Detroit. Line opened up at 3, stayed at 3. Indiana was supposed to win by 3. Score ended up being Detroit 39, Indiana 35. So, I did watch this game. Indiana came back, made a valiant effort to come back and win. Didn't happen. Detroit was in control of the whole game, the whole time. They were winning. They were controlling the clock, from what I kind of gathered, from what I remember watching. Um, Indiana was always coming back from behind. Indianapolis, they did briefly catch the lead at the end there, but Detroit just came back roaring and they won. Good road win for them. Detroit looking like a pretty good team considering they are in the north. Me being a Bears fan and from the north up here, I can tell you that Detroit did a fine job. Green Bay won, not too convincingly, but they won. Minnesota, with their defense, they got it done. Right now, the Bears are just looking like the worst team coming out of the North right now. Um, that's the kind of analysis that I can give you from being from up here. I wish I had the same kind of knowledge from the rest of the league, which I'm hoping this kind of dialogue will help me get there. Um, and let's just move on here. There's just a little side note about conferences and how they're going. Kind of an analysis that I want to help to give you guys, the viewer, the follower. And I guess we're gonna cover the last game, which I already did. Just the last game that I saw with my own eyes here was the Sunday night game. I already gave you some insight on what I thought. Arizona versus or New England at Arizona. New England barely escaping with a win, given that they have some personnel issues. A good win. Um, and yeah, I guess we're waiting Monday, and we'll tag on a few of the 2 games that are gonna be playing. Probably won't get to this until later, but I'm not gonna stay up and watch the second game. It's gonna be at 10 o'clock local time for me here. I have a full-time job. I'm just not gonna do that to myself, or to my employer, or to my people that depend on me for work or at work. So I guess we'll see each other next time when I decide to go ahead and finish week 1. This is something that I have been doing for a couple of years. This is the first time that I'm broadcasting, or that I'm trying to podcast this or publish this. Uh, and hopefully things will go well. Maybe people will listen. Maybe we might get a few more people that will, we can get in here and get some different debate going. I think it'll be fun. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. And yeah, right? Why not, right? If it's fun for me and if it helps somebody else out, why the F not? Yeah, so maybe we get some sponsors in here. Maybe this can grow. And I'm going to shut up now and go to bed. And see you soon. Bye.